Hi, I'm Constance, and welcome to the Movie Remix, the show about classic movies and their modern remakes.
Hi, I am Sherry, and this is an intermission where we're going to take a moment to talk about things in the headlines, such as, according to CNN, on August 18th of this year, it is rumored that Will Smith and Kevin Hart are going to do a remake of the John Hughes 1987 classic film, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. If I had to guess, Will Smith will be playing the Steve Martin role, and Kevin Hart will be playing the John Candy role. Constance, thoughts?
I guess that's all the thought that I can really have because, okay, okay. But wait a minute, maybe you should give them a quick synopsis of the movie, of the classic.
According to Wikipedia, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is a 1987 road buddy comedy flick film where Neil Page is a high-strung marketing executive and Del Griffin is a good-hearted but annoying shower curtain salesperson, and they are on an odyssey to get home on time for Thanksgiving dinner. If I remember correctly, like the planes get grounded because of snow, they can't get a car, so they're just doing whatever they can to get back to Chicago in a blizzard. And John Candy is just annoying. And then John Candy also doesn't have anywhere to go home in the end because I believe his wife is actually deceased. So he ends up staying with, so it's a heartwarming film in the end, but John Candy just ends up annoying Steve Martin through the entire film. Mm-hmm.
So, with that being the premise, and you're saying you're thinking
Will Smith
as Steve Martin, and Kevin Hart as John Candy.
Yeah, I can't see it going the other way. And they're saying they're going to shoot it in they're going to Philadelphia. They're going to do it in Philadelphia.
Okay. I can definitely see Kevin Hart as this annoying little person that you want to drop kick out of a window because that's his whole comedy spiel in the first place. Will Smith, I know that in the past he's done some comedic roles and things like that. And he's actually done some more serious roles, like Happy, or I can't remember the full name of that movie. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like that's stretching my imagination a little bit. Like if I'm thinking about it, you know, it's a good thought. Like because you could see the possibility, but it's hard for me to picture him as in that same role as Steve Martin.
Actually, the interesting thing is that I can see him in the Steve Martin role as the straight man. I can see Will Smith in the Steve Martin role a lot easier than Kevin Hart being able to pick up the weight of that John Candy role. And that is not a John Candy fat joke. That was not meant to be a John Candy fat joke. That is literally that Steve Martin's character in that movie, for as funny as individually as Steve Martin and John Candy are naturally and in their comedy routines, Steve Martin, if I remember, plays a straight man to John Candy, and John Candy does all the heavy lifting with the comedy in annoying Steve Martin. Yes, Kevin Hart can be annoying. I just don't think that he can carry that much weight. They need somebody a little bit stronger to do that. And I don't see that Kevin Hart and Will Smith are going to have the chemistry to do it. That's the other problem. I don't think that they're going to have the chemistry to do it. So they either need to find somebody that's going to be a little bit lighter so that what Kevin Hart does feels like the John Candy heavy lift, or they need to find somebody that's going to do the heavy lift to meet Will Smith.
Right, because, yeah, and you're right, like, but then, I mean, because if you think about it, like, Will Smith, it's like, it literally, I mean, and don't get me wrong, he's definitely played some diverse roles for himself anyway. But I almost get the feeling like people are gonna watch this thinking that it's gonna be that same chemistry that him and Martin Lawrence have.
Exactly.
And it's not. It's not gonna be that.
No.
And with that being said, I couldn't see Martin Lawrence playing this role either.
Neither could I. And the thing is, and I'm really trying to
think.
Maybe Shawn Wayans, maybe one of the Wayans brothers.
Maybe
it's one of. Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, so let's do it. Let's do this real quick this way. So if we're going to try to recast both of them to make this work better in our minds, so let's start with the recast of the Kevin Hart version of this.
Oh, that's
going to be the hard. Now, here's a thought. Because we need somebody that can do the weight, that can do the heavy lift. It does not have to be a male person.
This is true.
It does not have to be, oh my God, don't strike.
Melissa McCarthy?
Melissa McCarthy would be amazing. And I think that, and that's what I was also going to say, the person does not also have to be of color. I think Melissa McCarthy and Will Smith would be amazing.
Right, because, you could see that.
Yeah, I could see that. Because she's one of the few people I could see doing that John Candy lift.
No, because she's got that voice. She's already got that personality.
Yeah. And
yeah. Melissa McCarthy, to me, and that would actually.
And he's already done. Will Smith did Hitch with Kevin James. Is that his name? That would work. You would just have to get Kevin James to be bigger. But he's done it. It could work.
Yeah.
There's somebody. I mean, like I said, Queen Latifah just ran through my mind there for a second. She just, like I said, it just ran through.
And let it keep running.
It didn't stop. It just ran.
For me, I have Melissa McCarthy and
Jack Black.
Okay, I'm just gonna say, as a person,
no,
Jack Black just annoys. Well, I know other people like him,
but I'm saying, remember, you need annoying with this character. But you're right. I think so far, of all the people we've talked about so far, I think the best person is Melissa McCarthy. For the straight man to Kevin Hart's frantic, annoying person. And remember, as we said before, it doesn't have to be a man, and the person does not have to be of color. And do you have any ideas? Anybody?
Eddie Murphy.
I like that idea. Because Eddie Murphy's been doing more subtle
roles in terms of his comedic style.
Yeah.
And the two could probably, and it would actually be really interesting to see, because this is not a crack or anything on Eddie Murphy at all, but to see old school with more of a new school, you know?
I agree.
And unfortunately, I think who's actually one step probably that I would have liked to have seen, but he's no longer with us, Charlie Murphy.
Oh, that would have been good.
Because the way that man tells a story, he would have just nailed.
He would have. That would have been the movie. Eddie and Charlie. That would have been the movie.
Rest in peace, Charlie.
Charlie, we miss you, man. And as we get ready to close this out, I'm looking at a picture of one of the Wayans brothers. I believe it's Sean. And I'm thinking he would do a good straight man. If you catch him right, he could.
Well, yeah. I mean, but it's got to be a good script and
a perfect script. Yeah, but he'd do a good straight man.
I can agree.
Okay.
That, would be worth pursuing.
So those are our thoughts. It's not that we don't think the movie should not be remade or updated from 1987 to 2020. That could be interesting. We just think that the casting needs to be rethought. So join us next time. Just rethought. So join us next time on the Movie Remix. Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Check out our other conversations about our movies that we remixed and watched, and join us back when we post again. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.